Spark to Scale Live, everyone. I'm so excited to present to you all what I have been working on. This is a labor of love. This is a training. This is my passion coming to life, and I'm so excited to share it. This is not just another training. It's a creative accelerator for all of us who are entrepreneurs who need to make money. The economy has shifted, times are crazy. We need to feel like we are empowered to go out, create something that's worthy, that's valuable, that will be taken seriously, and grow something that will protect our families. How did I get started and why AI? Because I know people are very skeptical, so I'm going to address both of those things. I have 15 years in marketing. I did start off in the corporate marketing space, and then I got the opportunity to work in agency, which I loved. But the economy did shift, and social media was one of the first departments to go. And marketing is usually one of the most hostile, volatile, ever changing markets there is. And encountering that as I was literally looking for new jobs and feeling like I feel like I'm qualified. Actually, I feel like I'm really well deserving of a six-figure salary at this moment in my life, but that's not what the economy is offering. So I was like, I'm going to upload my skills because when I have these conversations, I need to come to the table with a little bit more now. And AI was an opportunity for me to do that. But I didn't start off wanting to be a marketer. I actually started off loving writing. Writing is my bread and my butter. So if you see my captions and you see them that they're being long, like that's Kema, she's a writer. AI though helps me, even as a writer, to simply foster, hone, refine, expound, accelerate my creativity. So I'm not skeptical about it. I think this is the way of the future. I feel like, age of internet was similar. Now we're in the age of AI. I feel like they did a bad marketing job. And if I have the time in the space, I might do a little campaign about it. Because I feel like it's being marketed as fear. And maybe that's because some people want to keep the speed. You can do so much in a day. So every single day that you're not using AI, you're actually losing opportunities and you're losing in the race. Whatever race that you imagine yourself in, you're losing by not using it. So I wonder, but we can have our thoughts about AI, but I don't think it's something to be afraid of. Be mindful of the data that you're putting out. I will share something with the community about some questions. I did ask chat, but you can research wherever you want to and add, but I want to create a shared document so that if people do have concerns about AI, you can just reference the document. I'm not here to sell people on AI, and I'm not here to caution it either. I'm here to say full speed ahead, but how do we use it mindfully? How do we use it well? And how do we use it in a way that's going to improve where we're trying to go and what we're trying to build? Awesome. So, the bridge to legacy. Kima is in a season right now where I've always been in the season of thinking about legacy, but in the season right now, specifically of being so mindful. Social media keeps changing. People do things for the gram, then don't do for the gram. They show up polished and then they stop showing up polished. But how do you show up the way you want to authentically show up is always something that's on the back of my mind. So now in this season, and hopefully for my career, I want to be legacy minded. I believe that content is a legacy play, and you will see more of that from me and my experience. But there are five things specifically that I believe will keep me on this path and help me become successful. That will be one, talent and experience. We all need to practice what we preach and practice in order to become perfect. That's our only way of getting better. So, whatever you do well, keep doing it. Whatever you want to do well, we've got to practice it. Community of supporters. Many of my supporters are on this call right now. So, thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. So much so that I want to actually shout out most of you guys. Number one, I have to shout out the Automate Your Hustle community, which is primarily Teresa and Marquise. They are the founders of that community, that software, that CRM. And if you know me, you've heard me speak nothing but amazing things about them. But they have a community that pours into entrepreneurs. I'm a part of it. I'm also an affiliate. You will hear about them later, and you will continue to hear about them, but they are genuinely amazing. Um, in addition, I have the Her Spark community, which many of the other ladies on this community and call are a part of. Her Spark was an opportunity for me to show up even when things weren't perfect, but with really clear intention. And we're going to do it again next year. So I'm very excited to have all of you on this call. But as far as her spark goes, there's so many things we can say, but I wanted to let the her and her spark maybe chime in with just a little bit. So Nicole, if you have the opportunity, can you go off mute and just share some of your experience growing, building her, working with me a little bit, and just share your experience with AI as well.
Uh-oh, can you hear me, Kima? Oh, perfect. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dr. Nicole Gentry. I am the CEO of Her Wine, a lifestyle wine collection that is catered to inspiring intentional moments of self-care, celebration, and joy. And I have had the pleasure of knowing Kima personally as a business bestie for over 15 years now, but on a more professional level as her role in really helping her wine to integrate with AI. By leveraging Kima's consulting, we've really been able to increase our efficiency. As a small business, it's really, really important for us to be able to maximize our time, maximize our efficiency, trying to do as much as we can with as least amount of time as possible. And so Kima and with integrating with the Spark community has really been able to assist me in leveraging AI. I was able to create a website under Kima's guidance for a acceleration for an expansion into our business within just 3 days. Like something that I have been procrastinating on for months because just the agony of thinking about creating a website or the expense of having to hire someone to do it. Kima literally exposed me to a new tool called Base 44, walked me through how to set up the process. She understood, we were trying to minimize our resources and taught me hacks on how to maximize the credits that I received. So much so that eventually I invested in the platform itself because it was just that impactful. And now we have another website that was completely AI generated that was faster than I could have ever thought to create. And in addition to that, more efficient and honestly much better design. So I'm personally a major, major fan. Um, I love everything that Hema has, and you guys would really benefit from her consulting and really her platform, the tools that she offers. They all are really, really influential and beneficial to your expanding and scaling your business. So thank you, teams. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I do appreciate all of the things that you said. And yes, that is my business bestie, you guys. Literally, our very first opportunity to be in business. And y'all are going to hear my doggy who's got, I don't know. He's out here doing the most, but I'm not home alone. Okay. I got friends, but yeah, that's my true business bestie. We were interning at Kaiser Permanente while we were juniors or sophomores, right after sophomore year, before juniors year. And we have been girls since and building and growing and becoming together. So thank you so much, Nicole. And she's in the community, guys. So I want you guys to connect and collaborate. That's what the whole community of supporters is about. Everyone doesn't get the capacity for your dream the way you do. Like my mom, love her down. She is the reason I am so like I believe in excellence and I believe in showing up as much as I possibly can. But she's not, my emotional support. So as I was failing through life, she wasn't always the best person to necessarily turn to. But I've now surrounded myself with incredible women, incredible communities like AYH to be able to do that. So thank you again, Nicole. And I hope, Stacky, please. You are being I hope to grow. I hope to grow our Spark Tank in the same way. But I know that takes time and I know it takes showing up. So y'all will see that. As far as media assets, listen, content is not just pictures and videos, okay? If you use it wisely, if you use it with the intention of leveraging your content, it can open doors. I've seen it, I've done it. Like I've paid people because they make great content and it yielded results for a business that was trying to yield results. It works. So, on the note of media assets, many of you if not all of you, know that I am a content creator. I love imagery. I love capturing people in their candid moments, like their truth, their authenticity. And it's been a joy in this season to focus on that craft and to find my lane because I don't want to be in a photo shoot, like a studio area. I can be a creative office, but I don't want to give you the white screen background and find the props and then stage something. I want to give you like I want to show you in your genius zone. I want to show you when you're in your talented moments. And I had that opportunity earlier this month to do that with the owner of Social Therapy. We had a double duty of a day. She had a sound bath and a panel for Love Fest. And then we were up north side of Georgia. We drove down to Atlanta to make it to a breast cancer survivor event from Glam Nation called Buddy, please, called I Am Worth It. And she did phenomenal. She led a journaling workshop that closed out the ceremony that really softened up the ladies. And then she was a vendor and was able to offer like a mini sound bath to people who had never even heard about it. People had questions. And then guess what? I got to capture the whole thing for her. Okay. We called it a VIP experience. And we're working through how she can actually leverage, not just use, not just post, not just pick a couple of, actually leverage, not just in the next month, but over the next year or years of her brand building experience, how she can actually leverage her content. But I said plenty. I'm gonna let her speak. My Lisa, if you don't mind coming off of mute and telling the people about your VIP experience. Hey girl. We all getting used to school, everyone. So give us all just a moment. Um, and she's gonna tell you guys all about social therapy and about the double day that we had. We were together for like almost 12 hours. If if it asked you and you said yes, sometimes you have to go out and come back in. Yes, ma'am. Give that a shot. I'm going to talk about the other two tools real quick so that we can move to the next slide after she's given her quick little update for us. But media, yes, content as media, as leverage, not just pictures and videos. Tools. I'm loving AI because I'm a creative. I have a lot of ideas, but I am not a graphic designer. Hey, girl, hey, let's see if it works. And you hit the mic on and off, and it's still not giving us any love. Do you want to try from your phone? I know you were on there earlier, and since it's a browser thing, I wonder if the phone will give you better experience. We are going to troubleshoot, and as soon as I can hear her, I'm going to let her speak. Um, yes, tools. I'm not a graphic designer, but as a creative, I've always had big ideas. I've always known what in my head I wanted to create. The age of AI allows me to do that. So tools can be empowering or they can be disempowering. I've worked in companies where we had access to tools, and sometimes it just felt like a bureaucracy. So your tools matter. Choose them wisely. I'm going to share my 5 favorite tools in this presentation. And whether or not you use them, I'm going to show you some of the benefits. And I encourage you to think about using them or leveraging your favorite tools in smarter ways. And finally, the growth mindset. Entrepreneurship, we all know, I'm speaking to the choir. We all know it's a journey, it's tough, it's not for the faint of heart. And I've had to learn that while being a perfectionist, while being someone who likes to do things when they can be excellent, especially if I'm showing up online. So, entrepreneurship, I've stopped and I've started and I've stopped. But this time I want to keep going. I want to build something that is sustainable. And that's what I am working towards. So, without that further ado, And as we await my Lisa, because she's going to share some really good feedback, she is a coach and has phenomenally helped me with my soul work. She's both the media assets person and also the growth mindset recommendation that I would give you guys. So if you've not heard of social therapy, absolutely recommend. Top like 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay. Okay, let's get into my top 5 AI tools. Before I jump in, any questions, thoughts, final um just thoughts. If you have to go and you want me to like, hey Kima, can you tell me really
Oh,
quick
okay.
something? Can we hear you?
Does this work?
Yes.
Okay. Hi guys. Sorry for all of that. Technology. Technology works when it wants to. But I'm so thankful to be here. Again, my name is Mylisa Idora. I'm the founder of Social Therapy. I have a community for high achieving women and mothers who prioritize rest. I've been working with Kema. Oh my gosh, yeah. We've been working all year. And so I'm very excited as Kim is going through her growth process and like fully settling on being an AI consultant. She has absolutely been mine. Even just as she stated before, like helping me to see that my content is more than just content, but it's a legacy. And how can I use that for my brand and not just in this moment or to recap events, but to truly build and what does that look like in years to come and really just creating a cohesive brand and my content becoming touch points where people really get to know me has been so extremely helpful. Um, we've used a lot of tools in the past couple months. We have been using ChatGPT, but she's been able to give me strategic prompts. And so, not just kind of like going to chat and asking questions, but truly prompting me in a way where we're able to use what ChatGPT gives us, but then also moving to Canva to like use that to create designs or taking the prompt from ChatGPT and getting my entire landing page for a new membership I'm launching fully laid out for us to use Lovable and then to then create this landing page. So, on top of that, she has created her own chatbot. So, like Trendy and Brainstorm, and just like the extra umph that it gives you, it's like talking to your homegirl. I have loved using Trendy, and not just as a chatbot, but kind of as like my social media bestie. So using Trendy to figure out what are trends, what does the social media content calendar look like, feels like that but still has my voice, so it's not overly chatified. So I've just really enjoyed being able to have someone.
I love it. I don't know if it's just me, but you may have cut out. Can anyone hear her? Is it just me?
No, she's frozen.
Okay. Let me get into chat a little bit. She kind of keep me off beautifully. Chat is my starter place for all things. My Lisa, thank you so much. I'm not sure if can we hear you?
Okay, my phone started like going in and out of the call. But yes, Kima is amazing. So I'm going to wrap this up by saying I am so grateful that she is my AI consultant. If you are a small business owner looking to scale and grow in a quick fashion without having to waste your time on the things that are not in your zone of genius, I suggest you get with her because she is amazing and I am so grateful. And I can't wait to see what else we continue to build throughout the rest of this year and through 2026.
Yes, Teresa, we are disturbing the tech with all the power. You have no idea all the resistance to get to this moment. So I'm grateful to all of you guys because I know you have grace. I know you take space. I know y'all are entrepreneurs. So y'all understand. I got a doggy here. We got technology things. We got Wi-Fi things. School is new. So thank y'all so much for the patience and the grace. And my Lisa, thank you so much for the words and the feedback. Yes, I've been working with her in this capacity for the last year, like intentionally, but we have worked together just as a, she has been doing social therapy coaching for about 6 or 7 years. And so I was one of her first people to explore and figure out like what that felt like, how she could use words. And now we're watching her grow it even more. And it's been incredible. So again, that community of supporters is very real. And the tools that you're using to build is also very real because as my Lisa, Teresa, and Nicole all mentioned, you can do so much more faster with AI. So let's get into it. Number one is going to be ChatGPT. Now, I've got a whole document of things I want to show you guys, and that's why I wanted to make sure we were moving quickly. Um, so I'm going to go in and out of my presentation, and I'm going to click on links, and you might have to let me know if I'm not sharing the screen, just the different things that naturally come up. But I'm excited to get into it because I'm hoping and anticipating, I expect, but I'm hoping to show you guys ways to use these tools in ways you hadn't thought of yet. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with chat. Chat is my base. Okay, chat is how I am learning to level up my mindset. It's how I'm learning to get better outputs in the prompts that I am using. So how, right? How are we using it for mindset and training? How am I using it to? You probably know how to use it for curriculum and study guides, and that's not a misspelling, by the way. Curricula in plural. Sorry, data. I'm sorry. Brittany gets it. Grammar nerd. Okay. How to do it. You know how to do study guides and things like that, but the level to which I've been doing it, and then how to optimize your prompts and your output so that you can get something that you're really looking for. So, yes, for this tab, make sure it's sharing. Okay. Alrighty. So I am putting together a resource for the community. This call, I'm going to save it and I will make it available, but it is a high level call. In November, I'm going to do a deeper walkthrough of the tools, and it'll be like it'll feel more like a question and answer. Like you will be able to create your own CEO curriculum, your own notebook LM, your own start building your own app in Base 44. That's what we're leading up to in November. So we're going to get there, obviously. But if any of this entices you, excites you, if you're like, oh my God, Kim, you're going too quickly, please remember that in November, it's an opportunity to workshop this with me. But right now, let me show y'all all the things that I've been doing with AI with my 5 favorite tools, because I do use other things. I don't talk about Gemini here. I don't talk about Midjourney here. People are starting to use Sora and all the things that do the cloning. I have not tapped that yet, tapped into that world yet. So lots of things, but the 5 that I use them really well. My five favorite tools, I use them really well. How do we use them? For chat, in terms of how I use it to be like more like a CEO, because I'm a creative and I'm a visionary. I had to learn how to be a CEO, and I'm still learning. It's going to be a daily thing. You all get it. I'm talking to the choir. Um, this I want to start by showing you the raw, which is to say a chat. This chat specifically is my CEO curriculum chat. As you can see, it's very long. What I start doing is I just start by giving it a lot of context. I tell it like, hey, I'm Black, I'm female, I'm a millennial, I'm creative, because yes, there are a lot of millionaires or successful people, but like I need people who made it that maybe look like me or who had adversities like me and stories like me. So I give it a lot of context. Wait, can y'all see y'all can't see the screen. Good gracious.
I think we can. Oh, are you on ChatGPT? Okay. I thought you were in the Google Doc. Okay,
We are in,
Kema.
yes, yes. Was somebody saying something else? Okay. Stacky, we're okay, buddy. Okay. Alrighty. So sorry. I was trying to let y'all know that like I do tend to give a lot of information, but when I do that, I get information that is back culturally relevant to me. So when I asked my Stacky, I see you. I love you. Can I get some space so I can do this recording, please? um, so it gave me people like me, right? Pinky Cole. This is Rachel Rogers. This is Chris Do or Doe, I think might be it. He's amazing on YouTube if you're not familiar. Hey, buddy. Stacks wants to say hi if y'all can see him in the screen. My point with this chat is I use it to get ideas of books and other mindset things that I need to think about, buddy. And other mindset things that I need to think about that'll help me get my mindset right. And then what I do once I get a baseline in, I'm trying to get to the place. Then I ask it to optimize prompts, and I get really particular about these until I find the one I want. So in this case, I tested one. I don't think I liked it. Oh no, I did like it. And then I started using it for several of them, for several books. And now I literally just hit, where's the button? I don't think you can see it on here. But now I just literally play these on audio. So I've got Jen Sincero's You're a Badass at Making Money, Alex Hermosi's $100 million breakdowns, and various books and texts that are helping me to understand the mindsets, the systems, the structures. And that was by asking it to do the research for what I should be studying, and then asking it from there to expound on the specific books or use cases. So I have some phenomenal things in there. Now, in addition to educating myself, I also use ChatGPT to help me pour into myself. So as I was preparing for this experience, I was feeling all the anxiety, I was feeling all of the things, and I asked it. I literally asked it to give me actually what I was doing was clearing out my own past. So as an entrepreneur and failing, but being a perfectionist, so much shame, right? So many things where you're like, why are we doing this again? This is stupid. It's foolish. It makes no sense. But we pick up the baton anyway. Why? Who knows? But sometimes we need to, y'all can't see the screen. Sometimes we need to pour into ourselves. So, for those of you who are spiritual, the Akashic Records is a spiritual way of saying like all the things that are about you or about the world. And although chat isn't really connected to the Akashic Record, all the people in the world that have ever referenced it kind of, in this system. So I'll be like, hey, talk like you're from the Akashic Records and help me pour back into myself. And it made it made one reflection, and then it made a morning affirmation set for me, and then it made a nighttime prayer for me. And I love this. This is actually something I'm going to share with you guys. But it literally says, tonight I lay my ambitions down gently. The work I've done is enough. The rest will rise, the rest will rise on its own. I release every to do that clings to me like static. I return my thoughts, my spreadsheets, my strategies to the arms of the divine intelligence where they can breathe and expand. My business no longer lives in my hands, it lives in my energy and my motion and all the things, right? And just because I want to do well. So it's in my nervous system, it's impacting how I move. It's all the fear of not doing well creates this internal resistance. So I use it not just to educate myself, but to pour into myself. Those are just a couple things. There's a plenty. I mean, recipes, how to, if something's happening with my dog, just various ways. So, leverage it to the max if you're paying for it. They are democratizing, I believe that's the word, information. If you're not paying for it, your quality of information suffers. I recommend paying for it, but only if you're going to be using it to the max, like I am recommending. In addition to your quality of information suffering, if you are simply using the free version, your quality of information suffers if you don't train your GPT. So if you're not telling it how to talk back to you, if you're not telling it the context in which to give you, and in some cases, if you're not using the right GPT. So as a content strategist, a marketer, and an AI consultant, I had to make my own GPTs. The very first one that I ever made was Brandstorm. Brandstorm is a strategist, okay? And I was working at the agency at the time, and I was having fun with her. At that time, I still love marketing. I mean, as far as creative thinking, I love it. But at that time, I was like, hey, maybe I can make a GPT where if I wanted to practice, oh, y'all can't see the screen. Good gracious. I'm going to get it together. Let's do this again. Let me do that one more time. I got to do that again. Okay. Because I am not showing y'all the full experience. Okay, one more time. Brandstorm is my favorite. Kema's going to share the screen. Okay. Brandstorm is my favorite. While I was working at the agency and wanted to improve constantly, I built a GPT where if I typed in certain things like marketing, okay, so every once in a while they update the algorithm because usually it jumps in. What I've noticed, and this was something I wanted to address, so I'm actually glad we're doing this in live time. ChatGPT just went into an era of the first response is in safety mode, meaning they're trying to give you things that are more grounded in like typical truth versus giving you things that are grounded in like your speech, your experience. So like it might be less contextual and cultural on the first response. But let's see. The second response should be back to normal. It should be out of that. Awesome. Okay. I didn't even have to tell you. I didn't have to answer the questions, but I just want y'all to know if y'all are using ChatGPT in that first, I'm sorry, I just looked so annoyed. If that first response is makes you unhappy, just remember they're in the safety mode for the very first one. I did have a back and forth, getting really upset with chat, letting it know that it was frustrating me because why are we wasting my time? Like we're trying to get quickly to what I'm getting at. Why are you asking me questions? I've already told you what I needed. Just wait to the second prompt, okay? Like give it the mindset that you wanted to be in. Make sure it understands, hey, do you understand what I'm saying? Is this something you can do? And then get into what you wanted. It's going to give you the context again. So when I was at the agency, I made a GPT. It's my strategy GPT. You do not have to only type marketing or brainstorm. You can literally ask it about your business and you can get some strategic breakdowns. But some cool Easter eggs I hid into it, where if you type in the word marketing or brainstorm, it would give you things for you to work with your creative mind. So marketing gives a creative marketing prompt, a fake product, but the whole target audience, price point, what's the challenge? Like as a marketer, I needed this. I needed to keep my skills sharp. And this doesn't, make everybody else excited, but it makes the marketer pretty excited. Like, oh, okay, I can go work on my skill set with this GPT. I don't have to think about like a fake marketing thing. Yes, yes, you can. In addition, Brainstorm will give you some cool creative ideas that you can, like, if you wanted to make a campaign around it, you could. Or if you just wanted to make like play with images, like maybe you just want to take this idea into Midjourney and see what it looks like just because you wanted to explore your creativity, which is what the Brainstorm GPT was for, a way to expound and explore and enhance my creative marketing abilities. So this is available to everybody in school, and it's on an email list, which I'll show y'all later. So that's my Brainstorm GPT. This year, so that was last year while I was at the agency. Okay. This year we've evolved. Let's just say evolved. And so now I made a GPT with more. Oh, y'all aren't seeing the screen. I made a GPT with more, creativity, color, and character. I call her trendy. She's for your trending ideas. Okay. She's Gen Z and millennial coded, right? So that means, let's see, give me creative ideas for a content series on healing from marketing scams. ChatGPT, like I said, is going to go into safe mode first, give you technical breakdown, but trendy. And this is what my Lisa was talking about because this is the one I've shared. I have a lead magnet associated with it. But this one, she talks to us like us. Okay. She's going to hit you with the millennial slang. Oh, yes. This is a juicy and important niche, boss, right? This healing from marketing scams is so relatable in the age of six-figure coaches. Like, this is trendy, right? If you go into chat, you're not going to get this experience unless you say, hey, chat, I'm a millennial, a Black woman. I want you to talk to me until you code it, right? Well, don't code it, just use trendy. And then get into the ideas, right? So she gave series titles, How I Got Scammed and Got My Power Back, things they don't tell you about marketing gurus. Ooh, I got triggered just now. Real life, I'm not joking. Episode and video concepts. Spot the scam challenge. That's actually not bad. Healing your marketing wounds. The scams that shaped me. Literally, I feel all of this, right? So that's what she's designed for, to jump right into the creative ideas without making you answer a bunch of questions, without you having to refine the fact that you want them to be creative and out of the box and a little fun. That's what Trendy is built for. So I hope you're building your GPTs. And if you don't yet know how to build your GPTs, that's what school is all about. I'm going to add to this list more GPTs because Teresa and her husband have some phenomenal GPTs that I'm still waiting on the links for. And they might be making some landing pages, but we gonna want them. There's a LinkedIn GPT. They were phenomenal, and I will share those links when I have those links. I will also share a GPT that gives you guys a 30-day generator for content ideas. It does ask a bunch of questions. It's going to get deep into your brand, and then it's going to spit out a week by week, super deep overview of every piece of content that you could think about for the month. So if you just don't want to think about it, you just want a strategy partner, that's the GPT for you. It's not mine, so I'm going to put you into their funnel because I'm just going to respect his creative process like that. So, and that's why we're not even, I'm not showing y'all the link. And so that's why we're not even really going to go too far into it. Just know I've used it. I do recommend it. And that's why I'm recommending it to you guys. You can try it on your own. He's on Instagram. He's a little crass, just to give you guys that heads up. But his GPT is extremely intelligent and he is working on his way to million. He's got a lot of followers. So he's knowing what he's talking about, but he's just a little crass. But a worthwhile GPT plus the others from Teresa and her husband to come. All right, 6:52. I got a time check because I have so many things to show y'all. So let me get into a couple of others on a high level, the ChatGPT, and we're going to go into the others. You can also use it, as I mentioned before, for things such as curriculums and study guides. So I made, like I said, I'm working on my CEO mindset. So I asked it to give me, I said 4 weeks at first, but I expanded it into a 3-month curriculum. What I needed to practice, I said, hey, chat. And actually, I have a video on this that'll drop. Actually, I dropped it. I dropped it a few weeks ago. It's literally like, hey, chat. I know a lot about marketing, but not about business. Can you give me a curriculum that'll, and so it did, literally. And it's, how many pages? We are at, I said it's 6 months, right? Or 3 months. I said it's 3 months. So this is, come on, babe. I'm trying to see how many pages you are. Oh, 95. 95 pages. 95 pages. What's the lifetime value of the transformation I create for a client? I literally can print this out or I can go about it, day by day. And this was, remember that very first chat I showed you guys where I said, hey, first tell me all the things I need to know and all the people I need to know it from. And then I dig deep into each of those things. And then I put it together for myself and I make a curriculum so that I can really learn. What's my value ladder? Am I being authentic? Am I building the funnels that I need to? Chat will get you right where you need to get. But let's keep going because I've got to move way faster. Some of these will be available for you guys to download within the group, so no worries there. And again, we're gonna do a deeper dive of all of this in November. I'm reminding myself. With that being said, I want us to take a moment of a break. And I wanted to ask a couple more people to speak. So, Brittany, I'm not sure. Are you available to chime in and say a few words? And this is also a good moment that if you need to just, stop looking at the screen for whatever reason, please feel free. Brittany, is this a good time for you? Okay. Marquise, what about you? Is this a good time for you to chime in? I really would love them to hear about Automate Your Hustle from you if possible.
Give him like 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Not a problem. Alrighty, so while we are waiting on that, I am going to just show y'all Notebook LM so quick and then let Marquise talk, and then I'll get into the actual apps that we can make things with. This is how we educate ourselves, how we pour in, how we own our brilliance. But the other ones are how we build things. Okay, so Notebook LM, if you haven't used it, I just dropped a post on it. It's a very powerful tool. If you're making things in chat, and it's giving you this long, like you just saw some of mine, this long rundown, and you want to keep up with it. Well, Notebook LM is an extraordinary resource for that. And I already have it open, so I'm not going to click on the link. Make sure y'all can see it. Okay. So this is, let me go back one screen. This is my Notebook LM. Literally notebooklm.google. You can check out my last post at the Spark if you are not familiar. I drop things that I've curated for myself into my notebook. My resume is in here. I've done the reverse engineering to study guide some of successful campaigns and people. So Rolls Royce was one of those. Myron Golden is another. And I put all of that into my own notebook. And from there, I can do things like ask it really, really strategic questions. How does authentic personal branding structure create sustainable scale and legacy for founders? The really cool thing about Notebook LM is it's not going to query the internet. It's going to query whatever I've checked over here. In this case, I've checked everything. Sometimes I silo it out, right? So maybe I only want to think about the high ticket sales or only want something from my personal background. Then it's my resume, my cover letters, and things like that. But you can query the things that you put in there instead of you having to go find it and then get a really intelligent answer. So, like I said, what is the authentic personal branding structure for founders? And it identified founder. These are things that I put in there again. So it's not best practices. It's whatever like is in my business curriculum. It's whatever is in there. But from those, I can pull. It mentioned my clap for yourself method, my 3C framework. These are things that would be really helpful for myself and for other founders. So I love that you can query and data dump essentially your own things and then make them better. So if you wanted to make a book, but you needed to, pull some information together about different topics, this is a great resource. So it doesn't sound like chat, it'll sound like you. Okay. Other things that it can do are use AI to make all of these for you. It can give you a podcast overview. Let me see if it can see. Okay. It can give you a podcast overview. It can make a video overview for you. Mind maps. Okay. I've got a lot of details in here. What is it all trying to tell me and see it? This has been extremely helpful for me to understand where my business is going. I love the video overviews. So I'm going to make some of those available to you guys. Like I said, I did a reverse engineering. I'm going to drop this one in the chat as a matter of fact, so that y'all can check it out when y'all want to. I can't do it right now because if I try to do it right now, I'm going to get confused trying to do 3 things at one time. And if I play it, I don't know what the audio is going to sound like, but it's really good and it reverse engineers what worked for Rolls Royce. It took the data dump that I did in chat, made a video that optimized the information, and now I can listen to this on the go. When I'm walking my doggy, sometimes I just play the podcast. Sometimes I just play the video so that I'm thinking like a CEO while I'm on the go. Alrighty, so on that note, I see that Marquise is available. So I'm gonna stop sharing temporarily because Marquise and like I mentioned, Teresa and Marquise are owners and founders of a CRM that I use that I recommend and I'm affiliate for called Automate Your Hustle. These are the people that are letting me know it's possible to build my dream and to actually make real money. So Marquise, please let the people know.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Oh no, you just went out. I think the Wi-Fi is a little spotty.
Here for entrepreneurs so they can grow faster without burning out. And now we're in the era of AI to where AI is just exponentially making us be able to do things a lot faster for those who actually use it.
You cut out. Can you please give us that rundown one more time?
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can.
Okay. No, I said my name is Marquise Boyce, co-founder of Automate Your Hustle, CRM with my wife Teresa, and our goal is just to make tech easier for business owners because we're in the era right now where AI is just exponentially changing things, and our goal is we want to make sure that nobody's left behind because things are moving at such an exponential pace that it's so easy to get just consumed by information that you don't take any action.
I love it. Can you tell us a little bit about the features and benefits of things that they can do with Automate Your Hustle? I'm going to do a quick overview at the end, but I don't know how much time I'll have, and I would love them to hear it from you.
Oh yeah, so definitely automate your hustle is your all-in-one solution for being able to market your business, sell your business, and then also fulfill the products and service that you sell. And at the end of the day, I tell just like any of my clients, automate your hustle is really just a tool. There's a lot of different platforms out there that you can use. The thing about our platform is the community that comes with it. Because, I love tech. Most of the people that I work with hate tech. And so having a community where we can just make tech not be that big of a roadblock is, I think, really what sets automate your hustle apart. But outside of just the community, there's tons of features that you can do, especially like I said, we're in an era of AI right now. So being able to use stuff like voice AI and chat AI, so where it's almost like you're having a literal digital employee for your business. So instead of having to go out and hire someone full time or even part time, you literally can use the software and it's almost like you're having an employee that's working for you around the clock 24/7.
I love it. On that note, I do want to open up the room for questions about anything I've shared or even about Automate Your Hustle, what we have Teresa and Marquise available and ready to chat. And I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes if you need to go off mute. And I still have a few more tools to show y'all, but I just wanted to open up in case anybody needs to jump off for the opportunity for questions, or if there's anything specifically you wanted me to show before I go through any of my tools. And if not, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to go off mute. That's perfectly fine. But I wanted to open it up.
Hey, Kema, it's Brandis.
Hey,
I do have a question. Once this is done, is there going to be like a quick sheet or a reference sheet to have access to everyone that's in attendance or all of the different resources you have outlined?
there will be, and I'm actually still compiling it because, as I mentioned, Marquise and his wife have some really phenomenal GPTs that we can also leverage. So I will make that available by Friday morning in the school community. And there is a high level. It's not about the tools because the tools will be the link sheet that I'm compiling, but about a high level of building what I call the structure of your legacy brand. So some of the first things I talked about, the community of support, having your tools. And that will be a free download in the Spark Bank, which I'll talk a little bit more about hopefully when we get to base 44. But yes, to answer your question in a roundabout way.
Okay, awesome. And I'm definitely going to be having to log off soon because I don't know if you can hear my child back here, but I just wanted to make sure that I would have access to more than just the recording. So I'm just being selfish.
Absolutely, yes, you will, and I'll make sure that, I can give you just a quick call as well because I think, if you're interested in actually applying some of the things that the legacy lock-in might be, really beneficial because 'cause we're gonna actually do the working days of it. But yes, I'll make sure you have the recording, when it drops, and I'll do a follow-up call to make sure that, if you had any questions for me that I talk to you about them.
Okay, no, I'm still going to be on. I just will have to attend to this, and I'm pretty sure a phone call's going to come in, but I'm here until the call kicks me off.
Okay, I love it, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Any other questions before I jump back in and jump into Canva?
Just want to say, Kima, you're doing an amazing job, and I'm so excited to be here. Let's give it up
Nice.
for Kima. All the hearts. Hearts, hearts.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, guys. Sonda, thank you, guys. Thank you, Brandis. Thank you, everybody, just for
And
being
Miles
here.
says hello as well. We're at the
Hey,
park right now. It's
Miles.
kind of late, but he says you're doing great, Kima.
Thank you, Miles. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it because this is very nerve wracking. Some of the people in my communities know that putting myself out there on the forefront without a name behind me has been very nerve-wracking. I love that I used to have, a big name behind me. So this is a journey. And that's why those 5 tools in the beginning are important because when I, you know, thought I couldn't, there were people who knew I could. And so that's why I'm here today. And I'm so grateful. And that's why they were speaking today, just as a note. So On that note, I'm going to go ahead and continue with what we've been talking about. Okay, so we've just talked about Notebook. Oh, wait. Yes, my mic is on. We've just talked about Notebook LM and how to use it like a CEO. You can upload your own documents if you're writing a book, if you've got your resume, other things like that, Stacky. And put insightful findings like when I reverse engineered Rolls Royce. I have the TikTok millionaire who got rich off of the live TikTok shopping. I have her reverse in there as well. Gary Vee is obviously in there because he's a content genius and strategist. So all of those things in there to inform and educate where I'm going in my business. But I encourage you to build out your own, and it's a Google product, so it's free and it's connected with what you already have. Find the patterns and opportunities and ideas. Query yourself. Ask, those questions. How can I do this? In the content I dropped the other day, I literally got a content idea out of it that I think is really relevant to the busy entrepreneurs that I want to serve. You can also create your own customized podcast, which I have done. And I was showing you guys what it looked like on the inside of Notebook LM, but I'll also share one in school so that you can check it out yourself. You can create videos, like I said, with the Rolls Royce. You can create mind maps so you can see where your business is going and other things and do so much more. Canva, she is my go-to. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm not a graphic designer. So although you can use Photoshop and you can use all of the tools, I love me some good old Canva. It just has all of the things in one place. So let's do a quick overview because Bolt 44 and Automate Your Hustle may provoke some questions and have a lot more for me to show you guys. But I assume that there's just a few things in Canva, either how I'm using it or what I'm using, that might be new to you guys today. So yes, you can quickly design graphics, but you can also use their AI to do some really cool things, such as this is it's a mini website or an info site. It's just a little freebie that I was working on when I was, again, as I'm growing my business, I make things for myself first that are just helpful for how I organize my thoughts, how I'm figuring out my strategy. And so this was literally like, okay, I could do a million things a day in this entrepreneurship world. It's like my day could be full of anything. What should I do? So I made something that made it simpler. What do I want to focus on? Maybe today I want to focus on building the brand. Okay, bet. Simplified it to three options. Are we going to focus on the clarity, on the content, or the confidence? Clarity being the strategy, content being building, confidence being showing up. Let's say it was showing up because it was a really nerve-wracking week. Okay, a mini project, which is to say a quick win. In this case, my options for the day are, hey, Keisha, I see that you've joined us. Welcome, welcome. We're in Canva right now. And this is recorded if you wanted to check this out later. But yes, so my quick win of the day would be I could just make a quick update to my bio everywhere because I'm working on my showing up and my confidence, or share my story. And so let's say I said update my bio. Okay, boom, do it. Quick win, right? And then start over. And obviously, each of them have different things, but I made that second tier simple because we all need that. And also, these go into my 3C framework. So the tools that I'm showing you guys, they all weave into the bigger, broader ecosystem and legacy brand that I'm building for myself. So let's say I clicked on content this time. I want to do some actual content around my topic. So it's like I said I created a lead magnet. So I can click that, and it's just designed to give me a simpler decision-making framework on days where I was like, I could do 5 million things right now. What should I do first? So this will be a lead magnet at some point, still just building out things, playing with my different tools. But that I built in Canva with their AI. In the November lock-in, the legacy lock-in program, for those of you who are interested in joining me and learning more about these, we'll talk about how to build them. because that was a simple one. So let's get into some of the more complex ones. This is my absolute favorite one. This is content creator bingo because, yeah, every content creator knows, like, yeah, we kind of know what we should post. Sometimes we don't maybe push the wheel a little bit. This is designed to give you inspiration and encouragement to push forward on being more trendy in your content, essentially. So, first thing first, you can choose your color. Okay. Want it pink, green, blue. I kind of like what the
Question.
gold one does. Yes.
Did you make this in Canva or is this in like a different app? Or is this
No,
actually in Canva?
it's actually in Canva.
Did I miss
Yep.
how you got there?
I didn't show you guys the build, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
let me drop the link for you guys. You can check it
Yeah, I
out.
had no idea that that was a thing. I am in love-hate relationship with Canva, so that might actually
Oh,
help me.
Teresa, we must talk because when I say I love her, that is my
I
girl.
know Keisha's
Okay,
my Canva person, so I want to get better. So this will
heard,
help me.
heard. Let me drop the link so you can check it out, and you'll even see that it's a Canva site. I haven't even bought the domain because it's a lead magnet. It's supposed to just literally be that light. But yeah, let me tell y'all. Thank you, Teresa, because let me tell you the background, and this is what we're gonna actually do in the legacy lock-in. This is what we're gonna actually do in the legacy lock-in, but let me tell you the process of how I got here. We start with chat. We start with chat. We tell chat all the things we want to do. In this case, I was like, I really want to gamify content. Trends are difficult. I want to show y'all. I can't tell y'all and not show y'all. So we have to look at it at the same time. Where did it just go? Okay. I told chat what I wanted to do. I've always wanted, people who've known me for like 6, 7 years have known, like, I wanted to make content easy again. This was before he who shall not be named. I've always wanted to make content easy again. And I thought games would be a fun way. So I used to try to make one, and there will be a post about how I thought about it before without AI and now how I'm able to actually execute it with AI. So yes, I built this all in Canva. Let me show y'all really quickly where that happens. Canva has made updates. So if you go in there and you haven't been in there in a while, it looks a little different. Just giving you the heads up. You're going to go to the homepage and click the AI. Canva AI gives you a host of incredible tools. Design will let you basically, it will search through their many templates for you. So you're telling it what you basically want it to show up in as, like as a social media post, as a presentation, as a card. And then you tell it, like, I want it to be pretty, I want it to be playful, I want it to be organic. Image is my girl. And there are tons of image generators. Chat, Gemini, Midjourney, so many. Gemini is top tier, but I love Canva because you get 4 at one time. And I'm always like, how does this prompt actually work? So I was making some images for my presentation. As I mentioned, all the images courtesy in this presentation are brought to you from AI, many of which were made with Gemini. I'm sorry, not made with Gemini. That's the thing. I'm going to make a post about Canva versus Gemini. They were made with Canva, but these are great for my background graphics. I want to get out of the ones I just made and show y'all some of the other things if it'll load. But anyway, you can use Canva AI and prompt it to make graphics for you, and it won't show. So I'm going to go ahead and just scroll back up. Okay. I made a, oh, that's something I want to show y'all later. Anyway, let's get back up because that is for the lock-in. We'll talk about all this on the lock-in. I made a lot of images. Let me go all the way back up. Okay. Get up there. Okay. All the way up there. All the way up there. Okay. Yes. So you can do designs, you can do images, docs, and code. That's the big one. So they gave you some ideas here and they'll literally launch it the minute you click it. I definitely made that in Canva. It took me 20 variations. I'm going to show y'all variation 1. This is what it originally looked like. And then I got really specific about what I wanted to feel like and look like and do. And it took me 20 more back and forths. And again, I used chat a lot to get the optimized prompts before I physically got to what you guys are seeing. It actually integrates with the toggles. And I'm going to go back over to the other thing. But after that, I used it in a design. I made it a website, and then I just bounced the website, and then I had an app, and I love her. So let's go back and show y'all what you could do. Okay, share this tab instead. I got to close some of my apps. I think I'm making my Wi-Fi do too much work. Stacky, you are doing the most, my love. The absolute most. Okay. Alrighty, so let me do it really quickly so y'all can see. All right, so you pick your color. I like the gold sometimes. Sometimes pink is real nice. But let's say I did gold. No, I think I need a lighter color now. Okay, so I'm picking blue. You can pick a 3x3 board or a 5x5 board. I'm actually do 5x, no, we'll do 3 to keep it so simple. And then it actually creates, like I put a list of, let's just say 50 different trends and things that people could do. Time lapse, having a friend show up, the keep them guessing hook, where it's like they doing something, you're assuming they're gonna do something, like walk into a store, but then they, alley oop and do something else completely. So these are full of creative trends that you can try. And the center square is always asked for the sale. So you get those points. What's really cool about this app and about Canva is it is totally interactive. Oh, play. Okay, so the reason, okay, this is the card. This is the code 1427. So I can play it from here, or let's say I left this screen, but I saved it. I took a screenshot or something. 1427. This is all in Canva. This is in Canva. This is in Canva. Okay. All right. Now we're in play mode. It's interactive. When you finish a row, it's going to celebrate with you. When you finish a board, you're going to get a certificate because you just did that. Okay. You just did that. So you get your certificate. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Nice little win, right? Like, as a content creator who's operating in a vacuum, if you would, I needed the wins. I made an app for that. I used Canva. Canva is that girl. Period. Okay. Any questions before I move on from the mini app idea?
You are muted if you are talking to us.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
You're welcome.
This is the last app I'm going to show you guys. I do have several, and over time I'll share them. They are lead magnets, if you would, for my bigger ecosystem. So this is, I call it Pixel Purge now, but it was my camera roll organizer. It's gone about through 36 variations. So I really had 45,000 photos and videos in my camera roll. That was not an exaggeration. It was not a joke. That was the number. I was like, this is ridiculous. Let's just say we were starting with a regular person's number. It takes you through, similar to that first one we showed you. It takes you through just kind of like how to think about your content based on what your goal is. Once you've done it and you've actually added it, it's actually in that moment, because we're all about the quick wins, it's going to tally it up for you. So let's say I delete one. It tallied it up for me. Let's say I put something somewhere else. Add to B-roll. It tallied it up and it shows it here. And I love this because while I was building out the brand for this, because it became Pixel Purge, as in there was an actual brand archetype and vibe I wanted to achieve, I was like, you know what? This is so sweet and so girly, but what about those moments when you're like in your business mode and it's like, nah, we got to cut these 40,000 of these 45,000. That's savage mode. So I made a toggle through Canva at the very top to change the mode. You can see I went through and I literally told Canva, okay, instead of it being like those soft rounds, I want it to be a hard round. This is not, I'm supposed to talk about this in November, guys. Okay. I'm staying focused. This is Canva. You can make really cool apps. Yes, make the app, try Canva, play with it, and make a lead magnet. Okay, so, gonna move on. Okay, Keisha, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna feel the vibe from right here. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, let me get into my next one for you guys. Okay, so Canva, we can use it like a CEO by making lead magnets that are really cool, really fun. Use chat first, tell it your idea, get an optimized prompt, go through the headache. You still have to be a mini coder and iterate, do the work, make a cool app, and then get leads. And it does really cool things. There are apps in there as well. You can make flip books, you can do those spinning wheel, you can do the funky text, you can do a lot in Canva. That's why, Teresa, we should definitely talk, but I'm glad that you got Keisha. Okay, base 44 is my number one favorite. Okay, I know there are mixed reviews, there are cons. I'm going to talk about the pros today, but there are definite cons. Like in Base 44, you're able to build a website. You're in an app, but it's housed in Base 44. You cannot take it out. You can never take it out. It lives in Base 44. You own the data, you own the IP, you own the assets, but it was built with their code, and they're going to keep it there. So, letting y'all know, if you don't like that and you want to make it in WordPress and Wix, please go do it. But the vibe coding, to me, it's unmatched. So let me show y'all why I feel the way I feel about it. I've got a ton of things I can show y'all in Base 44. I've got several running apps, but I did identify the few that I want to show today. We are a content creator who needs the wins, right? So, and I'll share this with you guys today. As a matter of fact, I can drop this in the chat now. This is cool for me because when I've just done a day of heavy posting, yes, we have analytics, but I'm a creative, right? So, yes, I have the analytical mind, but I love to celebrate. I love to see and visualize. Like, I need the visual. So, I made an app for that, but I made it in this one I did make in Base 44. So, this is meant to be a daily. You don't have to come here daily. I'm just telling you that it's meant to be your day's worth. So, you put in your information, tell it your goal for the day. So, for this one, while I was launching, I should have done 5 to 10 posts today. I just need to show up. Like, I was in create this program and this experience for you all mode. I didn't show up as much online, but I think I did show up about 5 times. But let's say you started here with a goal. You knew that your goal was launch, or it's just to be a strong brand, or maybe you're just coming back online and you just need to show up, or you're a business and you're supposed to be everywhere. Like Marquise, you're supposed to be everywhere. So we would hit 10 for you. I'm going to hit branding and do 3 to 5. Now I would choose my card theme because we're a little extra, right? Keem's is a little extra. So she was like, you know what? They got a little boring. So I need them to look a little bit different. So I made themes. I did not make this in Canva. So Base 44 figured these out for me. I just told it I wanted it to change the way they looked. And then I did set these though. I did say, hey, make these all these options. So today I didn't do a reel. I did do a post. I did do a story. I did show up in school. And I did a new launch. Okay. And this is technically a Zoom, so we're gonna call it a Zoom. And like, let's say you had other, right? Like, let's say, I don't know, PTA, because you did an announcement. Like maybe Marquise is telling them about, AI safety at the school, for instance. So you can put your own thing in there. Then we hit generate my report. Okay, it bases your result up here based on what your goal was. So in this case, I think I hit about 6, and they do tell you what you hit. And it tells you how far above or under you hit your goal. And then let's say just for you, if you just want it, you need to download it right then and there. And you can. I tried to make it simple. I'm still tweaking and iterating, and I don't even think I can see my screen as far as what the print dialog looks like. So don't worry about that. But you can download it. Or in this case, I'm going to go ahead and share it on the wall. So now the wall looks like, and I usually have it in my phone. So it usually looks like this. These are all me, but as y'all, if you want to, as y'all come in here and get your own content report card, it'll change the number of creator cards. So I've done 8, but we would change those numbers. And then how many content we've collectively contributed is that second number. And then, yeah, you can literally go and see, you can come back in here. Now, I need to get with base 44 because I keep telling it to do the actual date. So these are not from today, these are from weeks ago. But that was the point, to be able to come in here and be like, you know what, I did post that day, because sometimes you need that small win. So that's what the content grader is for. And that's just something I made for fun in Base 44 and a free lead magnet experience. Now, what's not free that I am going to sell access to is this. This is where I put all my love that I've been building with Base 44. I put it into the Ignite content planning platform. So there's so many things you can do in here. Number one, as a creative, again, we need to pour into ourselves. So I made a quick win on the top screen. You can spin it. It's going to tell you what, like right now, inhale creativity, exhale pressure, inhale courage, exhale doubt. And I would go through that. Or I could spin it again. This is gratitude. Okay, step outside or look out a window. Name 3 things I'm thankful for in this moment. It doesn't have to be outside. Like, I'm thankful for my doggy, even though he's making all the noise. I'm thankful for each of you guys. I'm thankful for my little lighting background. She a little lit. So just some quick wins from the top. You got your quick action, which I will click on those in just a moment. The ideas you put into the system, you can pin it to your dashboard. We talked about your content being more than just pictures. They're media, so your collections, and not to upload them here, but to detail them here. And I'm going to show this more over time, but just to give y'all a super high level, this is where I'm starting to put my ideas for my content. You could be using a spreadsheet. You might have a project manager. This is for the people who are working with me directly, and this is for us to think the way I think. So once I put an idea, I can literally add it to my calendar. And I can add, let's say I need to put a shot list together and I'm not, like, my creativity is kind of low. So all the ideas aren't firing. Well, I can come into my shot list and be like, oh yeah, I do need to do behind the scenes. Yeah, we definitely need to make sure we catch that lifestyle moment. The product does need to be in view and all of these things, right? What expressions do I need to get? Question, like looking smart, authority, surprise, maybe laughing. Let's say I liked all of those. Well, I can add those 9 to the AI content coaching, and it'll be here. 18 shots planned, because I've already added some, so I just added more just now while we were on the call. But yeah, and if I open it, of course, I can see all of those details and I can download it when I'm ready to do the shoot. Legacy planning, this is where I'm at right now in the development, so it's not perfect. But this is where I want people to have, because again, our content, if we look at it intentionally, it can be a small piece in a larger cog. So how are we using our content for bigger goals? For me, for instance, I would love a tech related brand deal. Okay, I've been tagging Canva, Aspire Tour, so conferences too. So tech/conference related brand deal, put my details, Canva, Aspire, etc. And then let's just say book Canva as my sub milestone. Save that. What it's going to do with that is allow me, as I'm working towards that goal, Stacky, as I'm working towards that goal, is I can add stars. So let's say, oh yeah, Canva literally commented on one of my posted. Oh, sorry. Commented on one of my posts. Commented on a post. So I can put that in there and I can add a star. And now my wins become visual. I can't tell you how much I need those visual wins. It's very obvious, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm building. This would not be a free lead magnet. This is my paid experience offer. In addition to legacy planning, which has a vision board, it has a wish list. There's also a business center. So some of the people I've been working with, some of the things I want to do, like in December, I plan on starting the process of making AKA and Delta related planners that they can buy for the New Year's. If there were budgets that you need to put together, you're having a shoot, you're having an event, you can make your own budgets, and on, right? I've also put my IP in here. So my Clap for Yourself method is in here, along with some mini classes. But yeah, this would be for the people who are working with me to build their legacy brand as well. You guys, we're getting there. Base 44 is one before the last. So let me show y'all one more really cool one. And that's the abundance in your packet. Now, this is the lead page. So I need to drop this because I actually do have an account. But this is an amazing app. I'm going to just drop the link. And I'm going to see if I can actually remember my login so I can show you guys. I don't. Y'all can't see. Okay, y'all can't see. So, okay, hold on, let me see if I can log in here and show y'all this app. Nope. And if I don't remember it, then check out that link because it's dope. It has a future you AI in there that I literally love. And I'll probably have to do a demo because I don't remember my login like a normal person. So I can't log in, but check out the Abundance in Your Pocket app when you have a moment. It is phenomenal. This is the page that you're going to end up going to. You can see your dream life era. You can ask future you, like I mentioned. The daily activations have literally gotten me through some hard waking up days. Like I'm still healing from not being a full timer. That's a very real thing. My doggy is playing with his ball right now. As long as he is like over there, I guess, but he's making the noise. Abundance in Your Pocket is phenomenal. Check it out when you have a moment. These are things we've made in Base 44 that make really cool loyalty apps and experiences for the people that you're nurturing in your campaigns. Okay, guys, this is great timing. I'm doing awesome because we're getting ready to get into Automate Your Hustle. Automate Your Hustle is how all the ideas can get monetized. That was important because I worked as a marketer and I knew how to make something appealing, but that didn't always mean I knew how to make it make money. Automate Your Hustle is that solution for me. One, you get the community of supporters that I talked about. Teresa and Marquisha joined this call. They are founders, like with a 6-7 figure brand. They're outside with their son right now doing family time, and they just joined my call. And I haven't even known them for 12 months yet. They are phenomenal, and I can't speak. Hi, Stacks. Say hi to the people. I can't speak highly enough of them. So that's Automate Your Hustle in terms of the community aspect. But as far as the tools go, you can do your websites, you can do your landing pages, you can do the funnels with the upsell and downsell. So the whole idea of click funnels, they're not the only ones that have that. Automate Your Hustle. Automate Your Hustle also has the option of building a landing page that does an upsell, a downsell. Buddy, I'm coming, okay? Hey, what do I need you to do? Hey, what do I need you to do? Wait. I took him to the bathroom right before this guy, so he's just being selfish. I apologize. I'm going to show you guys the landing pages that I built, and then I'm going to open up the floor for questions because he's obviously getting a little antsy. So I'm still learning because Automate Your Hustle is the most technical tool. On the other ones, I can vibe code, I can ask chat. With Automate Your Hustle, I have to do the work to get the results. But when I do the work, things like this. So this is a campaign. This page will not only take you to an email nurturing sequence, but to get to this page, all you have to do is comment SOS on any of my content. You'll get this link. It'll say something like, Stacks, it'll say something like, I love it when, I'm coming, buddy. I need you to wait. It'll say something like, I love it when entrepreneurs are lit. And then it'll send this, which has the apps that we talked about today, right? The Batch Better Bingo. So if those were of interest and I didn't share it here and you want that, sign up. and it's going to drop or open and unlock on October 31 because I wanted to bring a little light on the darkest day of the year. So I don't have to do that though. I don't have to wake up on at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and be like, hey, hit the push button. I can set an automation so it's already set up. All you have to do now, like I've set up the thing where it's like comment SOS on any post that I have. You'll get this link. Once you sign up and put your email in there, you'll literally you'll be in my list. You'll get an email, and then on the 31st when it unlocks, you'll get something that's like, hey, here's the light on a darkest day of the year, and it's a Spark email. So that's what I'm building in terms of using the different systems that I have access to. Obviously, these are AI images. Obviously, we love them. But I added the testimonials from the people I've worked with, the people you've heard from today, my Lisa and Dr. Nicole. They're both in here already. Teresa, I'll be, chatting with you soon. But yeah, so there are many, 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 many more apps. Midjourney, I do use that. I also really enjoy Gemini for my e-commerce client where I make lifestyle images for. But I showed you my favorite 5 today, and it was those are the 5 that I recommend. But there's so many others, and I plan on showing you guys over time. But this email thread is how you'll learn about them, kind of little by little by little by little. In addition to that, I also have my Confident Content Challenge. This was the first automation I ever did. I did manually set this one up though. I did kind of create those emails on the go, but once it's set up, now if somebody signs, I'm coming. Now if somebody signs up, hey buddy, I'm coming. Buddy, please wait, I'm coming. I know, buddy. I know. I'm gonna have to switch off the camera in a little bit so I can go outside with my pup and take questions from the walk. But yes, so let me actually finish my presentation itself. But this was my first automation. This was my very first automation. And now I don't have to ever do it again. Hey Miles, I can literally like send people to this page. They can get a 5-day email sequence that talks about my IP, talks about how you can actually become a more confident and capable content creator, which is the first step in my actual legacy brand building process. And I'll have their email in my system. I can follow up with them whenever, and I can now send them offers. I can encourage them to join school and things like that. So that's what the system, the Automate Your Hustle system, is doing for me. And let's get back into the presentation. They are doing an incredible Black Friday special. So they are normally $97 a month or $997 for the year. But if you get it for Black Friday, you can get half off. If that is of interest to you, please let me know. I got a special link for you, okay? And I can get you the code because you can get it tomorrow. I mean, you don't have to wait for Black Friday. You can get it tomorrow because I'm in with the team like that. Okay, that's Automate Your Hustle. What's next for Kema and what she's building? As I mentioned already, there's the Legacy Lock-In. This is a 2-day experience. Okay. It's a 2-day experience. Some of the details are still being super fleshed out, but we're going to go through all these tools. You're going to get a chance to build with me, ask questions. Where is your brand? Is there an opportunity to refine the language or the clarity or the niche with chat? What can we put into Notebook LM that's in your genius zone that needs to be documented? What do we need to be building out in Canva so your website looks a certain way so that you have the BTS or background shots for your grid to make sure that it looks, vibrant and ever changing? What loyalty apps and experiences can you create that will attract leads and keep your people coming back for more? And then finally, what systems are you using to scale it? And of course, I recommend Automate Your Hustle, but I am familiar with WordPress and Wix and MailChimp. We can talk. I just love Automate Your Hustle. So if that's of interest to you, the November Legacy Lock-In will go live and make available for purchase for sign up tomorrow. But sign up for that. That's tomorrow. That's November's Legacy Lock-In. That's how we work together more. That's how you get a deeper experience of building your own brand and business ecosystem with me and my experience. But if you're like, Kema, girl, what you doing right now? It's kind of lit. I'm really trying to talk to you on the daily. she's building because she's with the right people now, and she's not afraid to say that I have an annual product in which you can work with me and get everything that I'm building. You can learn how to build your own GPTs. You can learn how to set up your own funnels. You can learn how to use Base 44 to create your own customized apps. Because have y'all ever seen a content planner like that? Uh, Let me know, because I need to competitor analysis that. But if you haven't, and you come over here, you can have access to it. I'm going to show you how to use it. We can literally plan out your brand legacy, not just for this year, but for the years to come. And so it is an annual rate of 25,000, and that's just elevated. That comes with the quarterly photo shoots. It's actually on the next page, so I'll talk about what it comes with. Um, but yeah, that's to work with me every month, to be able to shoot me text messages, have calls, build together, go through all the. I have confident creator playbooks. I've got a legacy workshop. I'm building a lot of things. If you want in, that's the elevated price. For elite, that's my premium high touch. Those are the people who like, yeah, the business is growing. I can't think about this all the time. Kema, I really want you to think about it for me. Can you build the funnel? Can you create the thing on Canva that you're talking about for me? Yes, I can, for the elite pack price that I've listed here. But because you guys came today, oh, hold on, what you get? So you get the CRM. I'll give you my automate your, like, we're gonna get your automate your hustle set up, and you ain't got to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take care of you. Exclusive access to my Ignite app, because those are only for the people who are really working with me, until I'm at a place where I want it to be like for the masses. But right now, it's an exclusive legacy building product. A brand positioning strategy. So we're going to build a pitch deck. So you can, like, I want to pitch Canva, but I'm going to build up to pitching Canva. How do we do that? Quarterly content shoots. Let's get outside. Let's take some pictures. Let's build up a brand of iconic media assets that you love. The elevation of content to media assets is what I'm just talking about. That is when you stop thinking about your content. It's just photos and videos for the feed, and think about how it's for your website, how it's for the blogs, how it's for the media press publication, how it can be used on a billboard one day. What is the organized, because my Lisa knows, Nicole knows, what's the organized folder system that we're using to pull those, because your team is only going to get bigger, your content's only going to get wider, and we need to be able to reference it very quickly. So I've created organized drop boxes for both of those ladies. And yeah, so elevation of content to your media assets, and annual content planner. I've got the spreadsheet that's like how to, like this, spark to scale, annual. Now I know what I'm doing, and now I'll be doing it every single year around this time. Leads into the November lock-in. February is her spark, but in the meantime, we plan from about September into February how to like build up the energy for it. That's what the annual content planner looks like. It's us thinking about what is your signature annualized opportunities to generate attraction, and leads, and nurture them. Monthly brand training. Let's get into it. Like, what are we doing that we can do better? How can we make our content more creative? What does it look like to pitch and position your content as such? And then finally, a signature legacy brand playbook, so that you don't have to rely on me. It's all documented. Call it your content SOP, but it's way more than that. It is a signature legacy brand playbook. So, because y'all are here today, those are my prices. I'm trying to be a full-time entrepreneur out here. I have real goals. This is what I'm building. I'm building it for real people with real purposes, real goals, real legacies. And thank y'all for the love and all the hearts. I appreciate y'all, because y'all know this was a journey. I've never done this before. This is day one, and we're excited because I'm surrounded by the right people and I feel prepared. But because y'all are here today, what can I do for y'all? Slash it, slash it, slash it. Founders Rate. Help me build this program out. Help me make sure that this program is incredible the next time I pitch this in October of 2026. So that when I stand on my 25,000, when I stand on my 37,500, it's locked in, because people have seen the work. People can attest, because I have people who have gone through the experience. So if you would love to work with me, these are my rates. And this is the first time, so it's a lot, but we're here and we're doing it anyway. It is $997 a month to work with me and get that full, like, we're working together. We're building a brand that matters. You're building your ecosystem. You have tools. You have the funnel, okay, because that's included. And then the founders rate for the for the high touch, build it for you is $1,500 a month. Now, these are 12-month rates because I have other things where if you want to work with me for 3 months, it's a $10,000 payable. So there are other rates, but this is the rate for the annualized because I want to build a legacy brand with you guys. And that's what we're building towards. So, on that note, I would love to work with you guys in general. School will always be a place where you'll find cool ideas, creative trends. We'll do more trainings. But if you want to work with me directly, you want to build with me, you've seen the success of like her wine, you've seen some of the incredible pictures from social therapy, you've seen even the growth in Teresa's page. Come work with me because we're trying to do this and we're doing it and it's happening. So yeah, this was Spark to Scale Live #1. Thank y'all so much.
Whoop, whoop. You did amazing.
Yay, yay.
Kema.
Thank you guys.
How
Thank
do
you.
I pay you? Where's the payment link?
Yes, Teresa, you're absolutely right. The payment link will be live tomorrow. Like it's live technically, but it's just not pretty. So it will be live for the group to see in a pretty way tomorrow for sure. But as of today, yes, the live I can send you a link for an invoice. Thank you, Keisha. Thank y'all so much for staying on, for joining. If there are any questions, let me know. If not, thank y'all so much because I'm going to go ahead and cut this recording because I need to take my pup outside. But thank you guys. This was phenomenal. Spark to Scale will return next October, but this recording will live in school.